Welcome back, grade 11s, and with each one, we're just getting a little bit more complexity. And as you've heard me say in all of these so far and in class, so many ways to do it and tackle it, and maybe just pick which one works for you. As long as you're following the order of operations, you're doing, exponents before multiplication, then that's everything. There are going to be a lot of ways to do it. So the way I'm going to think about this is I'm going to start with my exponents, because if I remember from bed maths, that exponents I need to do before division and multiplication in my order of operations. So here I'm going to start with this term here. I'm going to square this bracket. And remember to square the 3. So that's 3 squared is 9. Now we've got x to the 1 squared. Well, that's just x squared, because we can either think of that as x squared. Well, that's clearly x squared. Or x to the 1, and we multiply the exponents here. So 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, then the next part is y to the minus 1 squared. So we're just looking at this aspect over here, squared. And we just need to multiply exponents, y to the minus 2. Okay, so just one exponent law at a time. Then we still need to multiply that by 2xy to the minus 3. And now we can look at our denominator. And our denominator over here, we're cubing. So again, I'm just going to apply the cube to each of these. So 2 cubed is 8. X to the minus 1 cubed. So I'm doing the x to the minus 1 cubed. Well, I just need to multiply these together. Minus 1 times 3, minus 3. And, well, I was going to put a times sign, but you can if you want to. Y squared, our last part here is y squared, and we're cubing that. Well, our exponent laws tell us that 2 times 3 gives us y to the 6. Of course, there are lovely reasons why these exponent laws work and that, but for now it's just let's apply our rules. So we've got y to the 6. I'm going to go for kind of a safety approach here and just do one thing at a time. So I'm going to simplify the numerator. So I'm going to leave the denominator as it is. I don't want to tackle that yet. Minus 3y6. And in our numerator, I'm going to go 9 times 2, 18. X squared times x, that's x to the 1. Well, that's x to the 3. Y to the minus 2 times y to the minus 3. Well, that's just y to the minus 5. Now I'm going to divide in the next step and say, okay, well, 18 over 8, I think 2 goes into that, 9 and 4. Of course, you can just grab your calculator out and punch it in, and you'll see that 18 over 8 is 9 over 4. So whichever one you prefer. Then x3 over x to the minus 3. So let's just add in a little bit more scribble space over here and say, well, x3 over x minus 3. Just applying my exponent laws, dividing, subtracting 3 minus minus 3, x to the minus 6, which makes it, right, that's wrong. Can you see it? It's amazing how you just get that feeling of something didn't quite work there. So, wait a second. Maybe you've seen it and you're like, whoa. 3 minus minus 3, that's actually x to the positive 6. So that means x to the 6 on the numerator. And we got y to the minus 5 over y to the 6, y to the minus 5, y to the 6, minus 5 minus 6 is minus 11, which means that it's y to 11 on the denominator. By default, we're leaving these with positive exponents. So that's why I want to leave it in that form. And that's it. I think one key thing is just step by step, one exponent law at a time, one thing at a time. If you're comfortable doing more than one thing, go for it. But I think that's where we land ourselves in trouble, where we start going, well, 9 times 2 is 18. 18 over 8 is 9 over 4. And we're trying to do too many things at once. So that would be my way to do that right now. See you in the next one.